Hi everyone. So today I'm going to read a book called Camille and the Sunflowers. So if you look at this book, you might recognize something or someone on it. Does any part of it look familiar? Might have to do with what we've been talking about. What about the artist Vincent van Gogh and his sunflowers? Doesn't that look familiar? So we're going to read this book, and it might be a little bit of a long book, okay? So if you want to watch part of the video and come back later, you can. Or if we're watching this in class, you just need to listen, okay? Depending on if we're back in school or not. So I'm going to start reading it to you, and I will show you the pictures as we go along. So Camille and the Sunflowers by Laurence Anholt. Oh, beautiful pictures. Where Camille lived, the sunflowers grew so high they looked like real suns, a whole field of burning yellow suns. So there she is running through the sunflower fields. Every day after school, Camille ran through the sunflowers to meet his father, who was a postman. Together they would lift down the heavy sacks of mail. There he is at the train station with his father. One day, a strange man arrived in Camille's town. He had a straw hat, a yellow beard, and quick brown eyes. "I am Vincent, the painter," he said, smiling at Camille. Vincent came to live in the yellow house at the end of Camille's street. He had no money and no friends. There he is on the train. There he is meeting Camille's father. "Let's try to help him," said Camille's father. So they loaded the cart with pots and pans and furniture for the yellow house. There's all the furniture. Camille picked a huge bunch of sunflowers for the painter and put them in a big brown pot. Vincent was very pleased to have two good friends. So if we remember what we've learned about Vincent van Gogh, he had a tough life. I don't think he had lots of friends. He didn't have much money. So these were very good friends to help him out. Vincent asked Camille's father if he would like to have his picture painted, dressed in his best blue uniform. "You must sit very still," said Vincent. Camille loved the bright colors Vincent used and the strong smell of paint. There he is setting for Vincent. As Camille watched, his father's face appeared like magic on the canvas. The picture was strange, but very beautiful. Vincent said he would like to paint the whole family: Camille's mother, his big brother, his baby sister, and at last Camille himself. Camille was very excited. He'd never even had his picture taken with a camera. So there's his family, and here's Camille. Camille took his painting to school. He wanted everyone to see it, but the other children didn't like the picture. They all began to laugh. This made Camille feel very sad. It wasn't nice, was it, to laugh at him? After school, some of the older children started teasing Vincent. They ran along behind him as he went out to paint. Even the grown-ups joined in. "It's time he got a real job," they said, instead of playing with paints all day. Now that hurts my heart, okay? To start with, we should always be nice. Always, always, always. But you should never pick on anybody about making art. That's sad too. You shouldn't pick on anyone to begin with. But there are all kinds of art jobs out there, okay? You just have to sometimes have a childlike wonder and be like Vincent and maybe make a life from painting and make all the beautiful things he made, okay? Camille sat for hours watching Vincent work. It was very hot, but Vincent worked fast. He painted the sunflower fields and even the sun itself. "He is the sunflower man," said Camille to himself. All right, so there's Camille, and up here's Vincent, okay? Look at that beautiful illustration. But no matter how hard Vincent worked, he could never sell any of his paintings. "If I had a lot of money," said Camille, "I would like to buy them all." Thank you, my friend, laughed Vincent. Isn't that sweet? If we remember, Vincent only sold one painting his entire life out of, I think, more than 2,000. One afternoon, as Camille and Vincent were coming back from the fields, some of the children from Camille's school were waiting. They shouted at Vincent and threw stones at him. Camille wanted them to stop, but what could he do? He was only a small boy. At last, he ran home in tears. Listen, Camille, said his father. People often laugh at things that are different, but I've got the feeling that one day they will learn to love Vincent's paintings. Was his father right? Oh, we should recognize this. Looks a little different, but that night Camille had a strange dream. He saw Vincent standing in the moonlight high above the town. Vincent had stuck candles on his hat so that he could see. The sunflower man was painting the stars. Does this look familiar? It should look like Starry Night, his most famous painting. Early the next morning, Camille was awakened by a loud knocking at the door. Some men from the town had come to see his father. There they are, coming in late at night. Listen, postman, they said. We want to give this letter to your friend. It says he must pack up his paints and leave our town. Camille slipped out through the back door. He ran down the street to the yellow house. It seemed very quiet inside. Then Camille saw the sunflowers he had picked for Vincent. They had all dried up and died. Camille felt sadder than ever. Vincent was upstairs packing his bags. He looked very tired, but he smiled at Camille. There's the dying sunflowers, all wilted. Don't be sad, he said. It's time for me to paint somewhere else now. Perhaps they will like my paintings there. But first, I have something to show you. We should recognize this. What is it? Sunflowers. Vincent lifted down a big picture. They were Camille's sunflowers, bigger and brighter than ever. Camille looked at the painting, then he smiled too. Goodbye, sunflower man, he whispered, and ran out of the yellow house and into the sunshine. Camille's father was right. People did learn to love Vincent's paintings. Today, you would have to have a lot of money if you wanted to buy one. Okay, remember, millions of dollars to buy one of his paintings. That's a lot of money. But now, people all over the world go to museums and galleries just to see Vincent's painting of the yellow house, of Camille and his family, especially the pictures of the sunflowers. So bright and yellow, they looked like real suns. All right, so there's all the people waiting. And I'm going to read you just a little bit of information that they included in here about Vincent. Vincent van Gogh was born in Holland in 1853. He was 27 when he began to paint seriously. When he was 35, he went to the south of France looking for sunshine and brighter colors. Here, he became friends with Camille's family. During this time, he painted more than 150 pictures, although he only sold one. Vincent became lonely and ill. He was taken to the hospital, but kept painting even there. He died on July 29th and was buried in the local churchyard. And then after that is when he became so famous that all the people would line up like this. The end.